Hi, I'm Cayla Towns, registered psychotherapist. I think with self-care, it's really important to figure out like the things that you absolutely need, because I feel like that's one of those things. Self-care gets thrown around a lot as like sort of a luxury or like an extra that we should do, but we might not be able to. But I feel like there's a lot of things that we really, really need just to keep us functioning. And so even working with clients, it's figuring out what are those things that you like definitely need. And so I'll talk sometimes, especially with relationships, like what do you need in your relationships to sustain you and help you feel like they're in a good place? So talk about like love languages, like how do you receive love? How do you give love? And so some of those things kind of come back to how you're taking care of yourself and how other people in your life are helping to take care of you as well. Well, if somebody's reluctant to start therapy, I would love to talk with them a little bit more about maybe where the reluctance comes from, because I think there's so many there's so many reasons why therapy sounds really odd or might feel really strange and awkward. I think finding the right fit when it comes to a therapist is so important. You're going into therapy, you're bringing probably your most vulnerable self into that space with a person that you don't know. I would build on that with them. And I would say, you don't have to share anything with me until you feel comfortable sharing it. I am just a person, and this is a relationship. And sometimes you might need to build up trust. So how can we do that? How can we build trust? Is there a way that we can work on some other things that feel a little less intimidating or maybe a little less scary to share? And we can build up to that if that's where someone would like to go. But we can always just work on building coping skills, doing some strategies. We don't necessarily have to dig straight down to maybe some of the deeper things. That happens a lot. I think it happens a lot. Again, because it can be so difficult to be vulnerable in many ways with different people in our lives for a variety of reasons. That's such an important part of therapy, is helping a client feel like you understand where they're coming from as best you can. I certainly won't pretend that I can be in anyone else's shoes, but that the safety of feeling like you can come into a space and you can say anything, and the person who's sitting with you is going to do their best to try and understand what that means for you. I mean, that's one of the biggest indicators of therapy being successful, is that relationship is one where a client feels safe and they feel like they are heard and understood.